Good morning, YouTube. Happy Friday, happy beginning of the weekend vlog. It's going to be a very wintry weekend, according to the weather lady. A very wintry weekend. Mother Nature has decided it's not quite time for spring, so she's going to give us winter. Maybe Punxsutawney Phil wasn't so wrong. Dear Lord, it's bright out here. So, it is Friday, and it's time to take this chica to school. This one right there. And we're going to get this weekend started. I'm not sure what we're going to do this weekend. It may depend. It may depend on just how much snow we get. If we get enough snow, maybe we can actually do
sledding.
A sledding video, or shredding video part 3, I think.
Part 2.
No, I think it's part 3. Maybe we can actually get a shredding video in this year. Which, sweet.
You could see the inside of the emergency room.
No, nobody's going to the emergency room.
This year.
This year. Our son did last year or 2 years ago or something. He ended up in the emergency room because he sliced his hand open when we was sledding. But maybe, quite possibly, we will get a video in. We'll see what happens. No real plans for the weekend. No stuff to do or things to be gotten or places to go, right?
No, it's the next weekend.
It's the next weekend. So well, maybe. I may have a videography job this weekend.
I think it's next weekend.
Oh, that's next weekend too?
Oh, I won't be
okay.
here.
She's got a birthday party, we got a birthday party to go to, and you got a videography job.
Next weekend?
Yeah.
So next weekend there's going to be things to, but this weekend we'll see what happens. We'll, if we have to, we'll make stuff happen. My gosh, Mother Nature. So, yeah, anyway.
You're on my hair. Thank you.
Her hair.
My hair's too freaking.
She can literally tuck it in her butt crack.
Let's not do that.
I mean, probably she could. not that we know that she can. That's weird, but she probably could. If she had to, she could probably wipe her rear end with her hair.
No, just don't be on my hair. It'll be good.
Okay. You have a silhouette in the lower half of your face, like this silhouette. You can see. Look, I could do finger puppets on your face. Alright guys, before I get myself in trouble, I will see you in the next clip. Oh yeah. It's time to wake up. You're lazy. Oh, YouTube. Now I gotta try to find something for lunch. Sometimes that's very hard to do. Not much of an appetite lately. I gotta find something for lunch. Not sure what to have. Let's see here. And this morning was the first time I've gotten out of the house all week long. I haven't done nothing all week. I've been sick and sitting at home. And it felt kind of good to get out. And it's nice and bright and sunny out, but it is cold. It is so cold. It's cold in this house because we had our heat turned way down. And then it got cold outside. Now it's freezing in here. And I just decided to turn on the camera and start complaining. I'm sorry. Alright guys, I need to figure out lunch. Lunchtime. A Mexican style pizza takes me back to the Cancun memories. Not really, because well, we did have pizza in Cancun, brick oven pizza, but yeah, I mean, what takes me back to Cancun is the amazing cooked grilled food. Oh. That guy could grill the hell out of some food. But yeah, it is Mexican style pizza is pretty good, and every pizza is delicious when you cook it on a pizza pizzazz. That's really the only way to cook a pizza, in my opinion. The days of cooking my pizza in the oven on a pizza stone are over. Pizza pizzazz, absolutely amazing way to cook food. All right, lunchtime. Gotta let that cook. Oh, I might want to turn it on. Duh. Not gonna get much cooking down. I'm just sitting there spinning with no heat. Okay, wife, pizza is on. How you doing? Can I get your number?
No.
What the hell? That's denied.
You got my number already.
Oh. Oh, it's so cold. It is so frigid. We had the heat turned down because, you know, it was kind of spring-like, and Mother Nature was going to give us spring. Well, this weekend Mother Nature has decided to take spring away again and give us cold. It looks very spring-esque outside. But it's not. I'm not even kidding. It's cold. It looks gorgeous out here. It looks sunny, and it's not. It's freaking cold out here. Going back in. I don't like it out there. She likes it out there. She wants to go out there. No, not right now. So yeah, we gotta deal with winter for the weekend. I think into Monday, we gotta deal with winter, possibly some snow. It might be quite a bit of snow because the news lady said about an inch of snow tonight, an inch or two tonight, another inch or two Sunday, and then a wintry mix on Monday. So, which means nasty, slushy, wet, rain, ice, blah. Nobody likes that. Fluffy white snow, that can be fun. When it turns into ice, and nobody likes that. Alrighty, guys. One thing I'm going to try to do today is get that dang unique breeze fix. I don't understand the little one propeller won't spin. So I need to get in there. I need to take the propellers off, kind of blow it all out, and see if I got any sand or something in there. Is why it won't let it turn, because it sets off a warning when I try to fly it. And I was trying to fly it upstairs in the studio, because that's the one great thing about that drone is it flies indoors. I love it. But I think just by bringing it back, I probably got some sand in there or something. I'm not sure what happened, but I need to figure it out. And if all else fails, I can buy a new motor for that, just that propeller, for like 20 bucks. So if I have to do that, I'll get it fixed and we'll be using it. I still have my other drones too, so. But I really want to. That unique breeze is so fun because it'll fly in all sorts of windy weather, and we have all sorts of windy weather around here all the time. Alrighty, I'm gonna let that pizza cook. Gonna do some lunch, and then the rest of this day will probably be a whole lot of nothing. It is Friday, and we don't have a lot to do. Usually our Fridays are spent like food shopping and getting things done and buying food for these lazy animals. And if it does snow, if we get some snow, I'm definitely taking her and Chunky out in the snow to play, because it's funny watching it. No, I didn't say we were going anywhere. She heard that. Got it. And right now, this is her favorite toy. That's her favorite toy. It was that ball for a long time. That blue ball. She would not let anybody. I don't even know where that blue ball went. But she wouldn't let anybody have that blue ball. She carried it around. She slept with it in the chair. She wouldn't let anybody have it. Now this is her toy of choice. Oh, what the heck? That was a terrible catch. Alright, guys. I'm going to have lunch with my beautiful wife, who is not feeling well now. Probably my fault. I think she started it, though. She started the whole sick thing. You got a headache? Maybe you need some tequila. So you're saying if we did? No. Actually, I do got some tequila.
It's not for us.
I do have some. It's for my nephew, but I do have some. Just down there. We'll start doing shots, wife. We'll start doing shots over lunch, because we are having Mexican pizza. So we could do shots of tequila with our Mexican pizza. And by the time Emily gets home, we're like passed out on the floor. That would be terrible. I'd feel like a terrible parent. All right, guys, going to do lunch. I will see you. Come on, Ebony, say it. Say it in the next clip. Come on, let's say it. Say it in the next clip. Give me that. All right, see you in the next clip. Go. Come here. Sit. Oh my goodness. She has really lost her touch. Good kid. Come here. Come here. See it? Good kid. She's out of here. It's been 2 days. 2 days since I've had one of these. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since my wife has had some of these. Been longer than 2 weeks. But this is just a craving. This is something much more.
It's your addiction.
This is 2 days, guys. That's not bad. Go 2 days without a monster. It is a bit of an addiction, but I'm going 2 days without drinking one. So, props to me. Shout out to me. Shout out to me for showing willpower.
It's not willpower when we just don't go get it.
It was kind of.
Willpower is it's sitting in the fridge and you haven't drank it for 2 days.
Well, shout out to me for not getting one.
There you go. We're not having an attitude about not having one.
I don't know. It was. There we go. Alright, guys. It is after dinner. We already had dinner. My wife cooked a very delicious dinner, a very healthy dinner, just boiled chicken. And I know that sounds bland, but it's really not. So the way we make our boiled chicken is very seasoned and delicious, and it's good for you. And you don't eat the skin because that's boiled chicken skin. That's a really good way to not eat the skin of a chicken because the skin of a chicken is terrible for you. There's a really good way to not eat it. Just boil your chicken. But boiled chicken is delicious and tender and juicy and yummy. And we had some corn, and that's what we had for dinner.
Mac and cheese.
And mac and cheese. That's what we had for dinner. It was good. Thank you, wife. Thank you. High five. High five. High five?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to. Stop it.
I'm sorry. I apologize. That was not nice. Now wait a minute. We don't have to resort to violence because I mean 2 wrongs don't make a right, wife. We don't do it. We don't. Okay, see what you're doing.
You're gonna spill your monster.
Stop. Okay. I'm sorry. I already apologized.
Get him.
Wait
Ebony.
it. No.
Get him.
Stop it. Hey. See what? You can't do anything in this house. One dog protects me. One dog protects her. Look. Mom, are you okay? Oh my gosh. Was he hurting you? I love you, Mom. Always. Look how big she is. My God.
You're really big right now. Get down.
She always protects her.
Get down.
Nobody messes with her. Because Ebony, big bad Ebony, would jump in and tear someone up.
Okay, go ahead now.
So looky here. This is our snack for the evening. It's our evening snack. We got some wheat thins, which are delish, original. Huh?
She's gonna do her evening bubble bath.
Her evening, she's into bubble baths now. This is a new thing. Like, I don't think she's, well, except when she was a baby. But ever since she was old enough to shower, that's all she's done since. And now she's really into the bubble baths. She goes and exfoliates and soaks.
Let me explain. I was sick, and they would make me take a bath, a hot, warm bath.
Or a hot, warm shower.
Yeah, but I would turn it into a bath. And I would just sit in the bottom of the tub, and I have my laptop sitting on the toilet watching the Brady Bunch.
So lay down.
I would get my straw and I'd go in the water and blow bubbles. And
Here's
then I'll get my mason jar. And it has some Kool-Aid and some ice in it. And I'll
Dude.
drink it.
Go lay down.
It's like the spa. She's having a spa day. The cool thing about Emily is she loves the shows I grew up with. Full House, the Brady Bunch. Full House I didn't really grow up with. I was older when Full House came out. But the Brady Bunch, I was a total kid watching the Brady Bunch. She loves all them shows. Okay, guys, it is time to bring this evening to a close. We've still got a full weekend ahead of us. Not sure what the hell's going on. It's going to be one of them weekends where we just get to chill out. Just get to relax. Which doesn't happen very often. To where we don't have to run all over the place on a weekend.
I'm excited for next weekend. You'll see that video.
What's next weekend?
A blacklight party at Alyssa's house.
Oh, you're going to post a video?
No.
You're
I'll post a live feed on
You're
Facebook.
going to record a video and send it to me so I can put it in the blog?
Nope, I'll do a live feed on Facebook. Go. Go to my face.
No, don't go to her Facebook. You don't need to go to her Facebook. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna bring Friday to a close with Ebony and our wheat thins and our better cheddar, not cheese nips, not cheese its, but better cheddar. They're good.
Better cheddar.
They're good. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't even know why I'm talking about better cheddar. I don't even know why the dog is getting on my last
All the
nerve.
great cheddar taste in the
Ebony, go lay down now.
crackers.
Okay. Ow. Fudge. I just elbowed her freaking cranium, you freaking moose.
Go.
I hit the funny bone. I hit the funny bone. I will see you in the morning. Time to fix this thing. Gosh, unbelievable. At least it worked in Cancun. Alrighty, I need to pop this thing off somehow. I'm gonna get this drone fixed because I want to take the dog for a walk. I want to have a compact drone just to throw in the air when I'm out doing this stuff. It's not working, guys. It's not working. I don't like this. I gotta go get some tools that I don't have up here. I'm gonna fix my drone. Oh, sorry. Good morning, YouTube. Happy Saturday. I haven't opened my blinds yet, so it's not very bright in here. This is the difference. I love this window. It's a great window. Alrighty. Gonna get my tools and gonna get this thing fixed. Hopefully, the next clip is a happy clip. I don't know what's wrong with it. It is fixed. Guys, it is fixed. Oh, thank goodness. I was, honestly, I knew, hold on a second. I knew, I've been flying drones for a very long time. I've been flying drones for probably 3 or 4 years maybe. I can't remember what year it was I got my first drone, but I knew it was a motor, obviously a motor problem. One propeller wouldn't spin. So I wasn't sure if it was because there was some debris in there like sand or sea salt from Cancun, because these things are so sensitive that they'll, you know, it wouldn't allow something to be in there with the motor. But then when I took the motor out, I realized there's no way that's possible for it to do that. So it was either the motor was bad or there was a bad connection along in there somewhere. So when you take the battery out, here I'll show you. Let me put you guys back on here. I'm a little overexposed anyway. So when you take this battery out, I may have to do a tutorial on this. Also do a tutorial on swapping out motors, because there's none on the internet. But anyway, so you take this out, and the motor cord runs through here and into here, and plugs into the board, and that connection in here was loose. This is a soldered connection. That's a soldered connection, and this is a plug-in connection. So obviously, so you can unplug that, pull the motor out, put a new motor in, you're good to go. So that's what it was. It was a the connection to where the propeller connected to the board, probably from travel, I guess, from traveling. It must have wiggled loose. So I took this little Allen wrench when I was messing around with it, and I kind of hooked it over the edge because I didn't want to pop the whole thing apart. Kind of hooked it over the edge and pushed the wire into the board again, and as you've seen, we took flight. So pretty easy fix. I should have messed with it a while back when I first got back, when I realized it wasn't working. But I did it. So now I'm not gonna fly with these prop guards on. I don't like them. They're easy release prop guards. I had them on because I kept trying to fly this thing inside to test it, and rather than going outside to test it, I kept sitting it on the floor or holding it to test this propeller. We're back in business, guys. We're back in business. Now let's just hope that that's not an issue where it's going to wiggle loose in flight. That's something to worry about. But I guess that's something to worry about with any drone, a motor to go bad. But hopefully it would know that. I guess, I don't know. I guess it can't if it's up in mid-flight and that thing. But there's not a lot of vibration going on this thing. There's not a lot of. So now that I got it pushed back in there, I think we're okay. I think it was just because through travel, you know, I had it in my carry-on bag, and I was putting my carry-on bag up in the spot where you know, above the seats. I was putting it up there. Other people shoved their bags up there, and it probably just got jarred around and just jarred loose. So I tucked that wire down in there. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. And you know, that's the chance you take if you're up in flight and that motor dies out and this thing comes crashing to the ground. I will do my best to catch it. Believe that, because if this motor dies out and this thing starts falling, all the motors are going to shut off. So when I go to catch it, it's not gonna cut me, because all these motors will shut off. This will get a warning and everything is shut down. So I will catch it. I will do my best to catch it, and hope that don't happen. But you can't be worried about it, because that's the way it goes sometimes. I've crashed many drones. my poor Phantom over there. The things I put that drone through. It is not a functioning drone. It will be, because that's my first drone. I'm going to send it off and have it fixed. But oh, the things I put that drone through. I flew that drone through trees, like through, you know, just to get cool shots flying through trees. I've crashed it multiple times. I flew it into a power line. Not that there was a big, you know, like, but I've crashed it into so many things. I'm so careful with my drones now, and I still get good shots even though I'm careful with them. But I was not careful with that thing. I flew that thing like a well, it is a machine, but I flew this thing so hard and and put it through so much. And I've modified it with this killer 3-axis gimbal, brushless, by the way. These didn't come with that. I modified the landing gear. I did so much to this. And the thing is, the style of these Phantoms haven't changed a whole lot. I think they've maybe gotten a little smaller. This is a fairly small drone in comparison to this drone. I mean, but yeah, it's I don't think they've changed. Phantom has changed their style, you know, overall style of the drone, like you know, the physical appearance of it. I don't think they've changed a whole lot. Oh, I mean, the Phantom 4 is out, which is an amazing drone. Now when they went with the Mavic Pro, they changed everything. But then they was going for a selfie style drone. The reason I love this little drone, this little Unique, so much, you're not getting the quality that you get out of that drone, or even that drone with gimbals. You're not getting that kind of quality aerial footage. But there's two reasons. It's compact. Not a lot of things fold up except the landing gear, so it makes it very aerodynamic. So this thing can fly in high winds. I've tested it. In Cancun, winds were, you know, 14, 15 miles an hour out on the beach, and this thing is just holding steady. And it's a good drone for that. It's very compact, so you just throw it in a backpack and take it along with you, no problem. And it's super easy to fly, and it's just something I can have with me, send up in the air, get my aerial shot that I want, and without busting out this thing, which is a whole big deal. When you pack that up, you pull off propellers. You don't have to pull off landing gear, but you pull off propellers. You put it in its backpack. You throw the backpack on. You get going. When you get to your spot, you put the propellers back on. Then you go through the setup process too. And it's not really much of a setup process, but you got to connect to different things. You got. I mean, my transmitter, for that drone is as big as this drone. That's how big. I mean, the transmitter for my Typhoon is as big as my Unique Breeze. Or yeah. Anyway, I'm glad it's fixed. I'm glad I sorted that out. Now, it is time to take the dog for a walk because she's getting very antsy. My studio up here is a mess, guys. I got stuff everywhere. I gotta get this cleaned up. I normally don't keep anything like my nerd cave or anything. Never keep it messy, but when I started working on this morning, things happened, and I haven't cleaned it up yet. Anyway, I'll see you in the next clip. Good morning, family. Or to YouTube, no, I haven't gotten off my rear end to take the dog for a walk yet. Well, I got a really good reason why. Because I'm charging some of my camera stuff up. Because when I want to take the dog for a walk, I want to get some video footage of stuff. So that's why. And my buddy Kong showed up. I didn't vlog with him here usually. Sometimes I do. He don't care if I turn the camera on. I just did it. He just showed up. We started talking. I didn't bother vlogging. But he always hooks me up with these cool little antique-ish type of things. He's really into like the history of our local area, and he has this stuff, and he'll just hook me up with just antique-y type of stuff. So he gave me this, which is it's like a mailbox savings box. It can be locked. It has this little, so when it's locked, this little thing pops up so you can put stuff in it. Plus this lid opens up. Plus it's got like this little deal down here that opens up. It's very old. It's very old, but it's really neat. It's a really neat piece of history, and kind of, he brings me that stuff because I see things like that as like art. Like, not money. Like, I don't see dollar signs when I see this. I was like, oh, that's old. It's probably worth money. Because, I mean, maybe it's not worth much at all, but I don't care. I just see it as very artsy and artistic. I'm not going to clean it up like leave all the patina and stuff. I'm gonna kind of brush the dust off. It says Postal on top, but this is amazing. It's like that thing's been around for over 100 years. It's just awesome. So he brings me little things like that occasionally. Just he just, hey, I got something for you, and he'll stop by and just give me something like that, which is cool. He's moving from a town away to this town that I live in, and I think he found it. I think he found it in some of the stuff that he was moving in. He's also got something he's going to give me, which is not a little trinket or a little antique piece. It's an RC plane, like a biplane or just a plane. I don't know. I mean, he told me what it was. Is it a Tomcat?
I think so.
I looked it up one time, but it's huge. It's like, I think the wingspan is 8 feet or more, but it's not built. It's in a box, and he wants me to have that, and so he's going to bring it to me, and we're going to, put it in my garage, and then someday I'm going to build this thing and fly this gigantic RC plane, which he said to build it will take a very long time. It will be a project that I will work on in my garage for a while. So whenever I get this thing, I'll do some videos of me putting this thing together. So it's gonna be fun. Are you playing Sims? She has an addiction.
Maybe.
She has a mild Sims addiction.
Maybe. It's just kind of fun.
Oh, but hey, I'm not saying anything. I love playing video games. I love it. Sims is fun. Alright, guys. Eventually, I'm going to pull myself off this couch. I'm going to go shower and walk the dog. And that's the beautiful thing about Saturday. The beautiful thing about Saturday is I can get off this couch whenever I feel like it.
Or not at all.
Or not at all. I mean, I really want to go shower and shave and all that good stuff. The dog really, really wants to go for a walk. My drone really, really wants to go back up in the air. Although it much enjoyed being in the air of Cancun, Mexico on the beach rather than Fairbury, Illinois.
It doesn't care as long as it's in the air.
It cares.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No.
Where would you rather be?
Home.
What if home was in a beach little bungalow in Cancun, Mexico?
Well, if all of our family was there, then yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I could live in a little beach bungalow. Right there on the beach. Wake up every morning and there's the ocean. You strip off your clothes and you jump into the ocean butt naked and take a bath.
That would not be comfy. Don't you remember being in the ocean?
Yeah, it would be hard to bathe in the ocean. First of all, it wouldn't make much sense because the waves would pound the crap out of you and you would get sand and crevices. So you would have to go shower anyway. Mm-hmm. But either way, you know what I mean. So it would just be beautiful. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'll see you in the next clip.
Oh boy. Get the ball, throw.
Get the ball. Get the ball. Hey, where you going? Don't eat me! Don't eat me! Okay. Ah! Don't eat me! Okay. She's trying to eat me.
Are you better?
You want this? Oh man.
I feel like I'm tired.
She, first of all, I gotta wash my hand because she tried to eat me. She really needs to go for a walk because she is full of energy. So I'm gonna do lunch. I'm gonna jump in the shower, and I'm gonna take her for. I'm not gonna say it out loud because that dog's crazy. She ran upstairs like she was so excited she just ran upstairs. She never does that. Oh man, you can't have straight tables and rugs and things in this house. Not with a Great Dane, because she could just get up to take off and move something. She's a beast and a half. She's just sitting out on the back porch trying to calm down. Oh man, her energy level is ridiculous. So yes, gonna do lunch, gonna shower, then I'm gonna take her before she decides to literally eat me. She was trying to eat my arm. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know why she did that.
I don't know either. She was a little happy.
It was scary. Like she was gonna drag me outside or something.
Ew, she's so wet.
Hey, outside. Ew. Ew, she got a drink of water. She's like, bleh. Get outside. Get your business. Get the. Stay out there till you're done. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do lunch, shower, take the dog, and I will see you.
In the next clip.
In the what? What'd you say?
I see you in the.
Don't bite. Don't. Bad dog.
See you in the next clip.
All right, I'll see you in the next clip. Alrighty, so apparently tomorrow I'm going to Chicago to film a band. Just got off the phone. So tomorrow we're heading to Chicago. Afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to film this live band for a couple hours, and it's going to make some killer footage for the vlog, and it's going to be fun putting together like a music style edit for this band. We're gonna have some good times. Yeah, and I had for lunch wheat thins and a Monster. I wasn't very hungry. Anyway, time to get this shower over so I can walk this animal of mine, and I will see you in the next clip. It is chilly out there. I was going to shoot some video on the main street, the uptown, and I got my camera out and I totally forgot to grab any memory cards, no memory card in it. Hate when that happens. Hate when that happens. The struggles of a video guy. Yeah, since I only had a Monster and wheat thins for lunch, I'm hungry. What time is it? It's only 1:30. I'm starving. So happy to have the Unique Breeze working again, and that it was a problem that I could fix. It's a fun little drone to have. I mean, it's so easy to just grab and put up in the air and they're ready to roll. My next drone purchase will most likely be a Mavic Pro. Got to get my hands on one of those things. A little concerned about a lot of people having them fly off. A lot of people having them take off on them. This breeze, I was out flying and it lost connection with my phone. It told me, it gave me a warning, said it was going to go back to where it started. It started flying back to where it started. I started walking back to where I was. Watched it come down a little bit, just hovered there. I got up there and it connected again. I hit land and we was good to go. So it's a fantastic little drone. It is a fantastic little drone. If it only had a gimbal, it would be the perfect. It would be my favorite little selfie drone. Now, not much of a pro drone, but well, with the gimbal, I don't know. It's got a 4K camera on it. Unstabilized though. That's the problem. And this little unique breeze I'm taking with me to film this band. If there's enough head clearance, I'm going to run it by the owner of the facility of the venue. But if there's enough head clearance, I might try to get footage of flying over the crowd and hovering right over by the band and get, maybe, that's not a guarantee. And it's an indoor drone though. It'll work. That can happen. That can absolutely happen. And that's one of the reasons I purchased it. Okay, not sure what I'm doing. I might go and grab another monster and just a little something because I'm hungry. And I got to return these anyway. I got to return my English muffins. They got mold on them, see? Yuck. They don't even go out of date until April. And they got mold on them. Alrighty, guys. I don't know what the rest of this day is going to bring. I know I'm having some funky hair going. I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's pretty luscious locks. Anyway, don't know what the rest of the day is going to bring, but I'm going to figure it out. I'll see you in the next clip. Blah, YouTube.
Blah?
Blah. It's funny because my daughter Emily came downstairs. She's like, oh, I want to watch the Kids' Choice Awards. And next thing you know, we're like fully engulfed in the Kids' Choice Awards. It's like, I didn't play. And she fell asleep. She's like, oh, I want to watch her. So she comes down. She falls asleep on the couch. And I find myself really, it's good. It's Ellen's on here. And they had all the cast from the original Full House, which is the cast from Fuller House. Just, they're not always, some of them aren't always on it. If you know, if you watch, you know. But it's just, yeah, it's Kids' Choice Awards, but it's really good. They got the new Smurf movie on here, and Kevin Smith, or no, Kevin Smith. Kevin Hart is on here. There's some good actors on here. It was interesting. Ebony, can you let me up? Get out of here. Gosh. Alrighty, YouTube. I haven't done much vlogging today. And I got kind of a big day tomorrow with the video shoot. This dog, can you get the hell off of me? Oh my gosh, I can't even get up. The dogs are crazy. But anyway, I kind of vlogged today. And then I started playing video games. And I started watching Kids' Choice Wars. It was very good. And now it's bedtime. All right, Chunky, go to bed. Chunky sleeps. I know it's dark. Chunky sleeps in our room at night. He sleeps in our room. He kind of crashes on my rug. And Ebony sleeps out there. That way they behave at night. And we don't have them fighting and prancing around and making noise and waking everybody up. Anyway, we'll find something good on Hulu, on the iPad Air. Find something to watch on Hulu. And I'm going to lay down in bed, and I'm going to crash out, and I'll see you in the morning. And tomorrow's going to be a pretty cool vlog, because I'm going to put a lot of, and the vlog might be late, because I'm not going to go home till 8 o'clock. But I guess I could sit down at 8 o'clock and edit the, anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, YouTube. Happy Sunday. And today is one of them Sundays, and I don't know why, and this happens to me occasionally, where you kind of have that feeling. See how I can explain this? It's one of them times where you feel that feeling of when you were a kid and you woke up and you would go and you would grab like cereal and sit in front of the TV and watch Saturday morning cartoons. Reflecting back on that, for whatever reason, it just happens occasionally. I'll reflect back on those moments, and then I get that kind of nostalgic feeling of that time. It makes me really, really wish we still had Saturday morning cartoons. I know it's Sunday morning, but I really wish, you know, the whole Saturday morning cartoon thing. And you know, I mean, for those of you who remember that and who remember Saturday morning cartoons and how fun that was, and you looked forward to those specific cartoons because, you know, sometimes those were that was the only time you got that specific cartoon was Saturday morning. You know, so kind of got that whole, and it feels good. That's a good feeling. That's a real good feeling. That's not like a. It's not like a, you know, that's like, yeah, I remember those times, like reflecting back on my childhood. My childhood was pretty good. My childhood was pretty good. My teenage years were tragic, but my childhood was pretty fun. There was a lot of fun things that went on in my life when I was a kid. Like I mentioned in one of my gaming videos, my uncle owned an arcade. My grandparents, we spent a lot of time with my grandparents on my mom's side, and we would go there on weekends for weekend projects. And I remember those. My childhood was fun. Living in the 80s, growing up, being a kid in the 80s was fun. Loads of fun. I loved the 80s. I still love the 80s. It was very bright and very big hair, but the music was killer. A lot of the rock and roll started really happening in the 80s. I mean, of course, every generation had their rock. You know, the 70s rock is amazing. I love it. But you know what I'm talking about. If you was a kid in the 80s, if you grew up, I was born in the 70s, pretty much grew up in the 80s, and I loved it. I've talked about it before. You know, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Good morning, happy Sunday. My wife is showering. My daughter had a friend spend the night, so they're upstairs hanging out, and I'm just all alone down here by myself. And we got a snowstorm moving in, which adds a level of excitement to my day too, because our winter has been very little snow, and in the wintertime I love snow. Now I after spending 6 days on the beaches of Cancun, I came back home really wanting that weather, but in my opinion, if it's gonna be winter, I want it to snow. Otherwise I don't want it to be winter. If it's going to be winter, I just don't want cold weather. Cold weather sucks. If it's going to be winter, I want there to be snow on the ground. I want a reason to be able to go outside and play in the snow or whatever. I know I'm 44 years old. I'm going to be 45 years old this year. I'm going to be 45 in June. I remember the day when I was like, I thought 45 was like, holy cow, you're going to be having a funeral soon. And I don't feel 45, and I guess maybe I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to feel like. Maybe I do feel 45. Maybe I do. Maybe, I mean, I'm only 44, but I'm going to be 45 in June, so in a few months. But maybe this is what a 45-year-old feels like. I don't know. I see some 45-year-olds and I'm like, wow, man, you should really take care of yourself. Then you see some 60-year-olds and it's like, dude, you're in better shape than I am. So I guess maybe it's just genetics. I don't know. Maybe my brain won't let me believe that I'm grown up yet, so that's why I don't feel my age. This is very true because I haven't grown up yet in many ways. So whatever. Anyway, so today it is Sunday, so today I'm going to Chicago. We're leaving here at 1:30, gonna get there about 3 o'clock. Gonna talk to the guys in the band, get kind of set up and ready to roll, and we're gonna shoot a music video. It's gonna be interesting, kind of a music, like a live performance is music style video is what we're shooting, so which is always cool. And from what I understand, this place is gonna be packed. They got great pizza, and it's going to be a good time. I think Emily is going to stay home. We originally was going to take her. I thought it would be cool, but it is just a very large sports bar, and I don't know how much fun she would have. She'd just be sitting at a table listening to a band. It's only for 2 hours, but still, I think maybe not. I mean, because we're gonna be home early evening. It's not gonna be one of these late night video shoots. We're gonna be home. We're gonna be home by 8 o'clock, maybe shortly after. So that's not bad. That'll give me time to sit down, work a couple hours on this vlog, and get it done. And do I pace back and forth a lot when I talk? And I'm just back and forth through my house, wearing a frickin' path on the floor. It's back and forth when I talk. Yeah. I'm very energetic in the mornings, as you guys can tell. As the day carries on, and I get busy, like doing graphic design and editing videos and stuff, and I sit on my spot on the couch and I really get busy working. Then I look very lazy. But in the mornings, that's why mornings I'm very energetic, because mornings is normally when I get up and I go run, which I'm going to attempt to do again. I ran right before Cancun was my last run, and I injured myself. And so I spent a couple days on the beach, walking around Cancun, limping a little bit because my calf was screwed up. So I think I've taken enough time off to try to get in a run again throughout this week. Let's hope. Let's hope. I don't want to give up running, guys. I love it so much. And I see people still running races, and it's like I miss that atmosphere. I do miss running. Running has been a part of my life for the last nearly 6 years, and I got to come up with, and I do walk. I walk all the time. I walk the dog. I go out and walk. I put in a lot of miles walking. As a matter of fact, I can put in more miles walking than I do running, because running really, it naturally makes you tired. So I can walk forever, and I can do that every day because I'm not risking injury by putting strain on them calf muscles. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to get a bike. I'd like to get a real good distance bike and take that up. That'd be fun. That'd be great. Man, the miles I would put in on a bicycle would be insane. Would be fun though, because I could throw on a backpack, have a drone, especially my little drone, get some great footage while I'm out biking. These are things that may come. But anyway, Chicago this afternoon. We're gonna take off 1:30, head to Chicago. I'm gonna vlog the whole thing, get all this stuff on the vlog. The band and the atmosphere at this St. Patty's Day, whole St. Patrick's Day extravaganza that's going on, and I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be good times. It's gonna be interesting, and shooting video of this band, and me and the guy and one of the guys in the band are kind of gonna play a little joke on everybody there, and tell them that I'm somebody I'm not, which is gonna be kind of funny too. But anyway, happy Sunday. Let's get this day started. Let's get this day started. As soon as my wife gets out of the shower, we're gonna do our coffee. She's gonna do a bagel. I'm gonna do an English muffin, because they're good, and anyway, do you guys really care what I'm about to consume? Do ya? I mean, if you do, then I just told you, and all's well. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking. I'm gonna see you in the next clip. Finally flew the Typhoon again. It's been a while since I've flown this drone, and it is awesome. It's a great drone. Whew, that was fun. Not a bad day, guys. Not a bad day for the day before a storm. Not a bad day at all. It's a little chilly. Let's see. What is the temperature? 36 degrees. That's not bad. That's not bad. Could be worse. It's not Cancun good. That's for sure. I'll probably be talking about Cancun sporadically, periodically, here and there, occasionally mention it, for quite a while. That was an experience I will never, obviously, never forget. It was, so yeah, I will reference Cancun a lot in my videos. But today, not a bad day. Beautiful, sunny out, gorgeous. I mean, aside from 36 degrees, and it's the day before the storm. Actually, the storm is supposed to happen this evening. Late. Like, basically Monday morning. Hold on, I'm trying to buckle. Basically Monday morning is when this snowstorm is supposed to happen. And so we'll be back from Chicago and stuff before that happens. Absolutely. Let's hope so. Let's hope it doesn't get there early. I don't need to be stranded in Chicago. No, that would not be good. But especially the south side of Chicago. I don't know. I mean, is the south side of Chicago, I don't know what's bad in Chicago. I guess for a while, Chicago was just considered bad. Their crime rate was ridiculous. And President Trump told them to step it up or he's sending in the feds. And they've been crime-free for like 8 days or something. Or no murders. Probably not crime-free, but it's a big city. But no deaths, no murders for a while. I mean, I don't know how you put a stop to that. If somebody wants to kill someone, but I guess maybe the cops need to be doing their job better. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I'm gonna head home. Got to get some gear packed up and things charged and get ready, get prepared for today. Oh wow, we set our clocks ahead, so my watch has already done it. The car hasn't though. It is 10:19 right now. The clock on the car says 9:19. So I mean, we kind of lose an hour, but the cool thing is, now is when our evenings start staying light longer. It's not like 4:30 dark, you know, like we get some daylight savings time. Anyway, so yeah, gotta head home, gotta get some things taken care of, because it is about 3 hours away before I have to leave. So only in 3 hours. So I gotta get home. I got lots of stuff to pack up and make sure everything's charged and get packed up and ready to go to do this job. Good paying gig though. It is a real good paying gig, and I get paid at the job. It's not like, you know, I do the gig and then, you know, I don't get paid, or they don't pay me right away. That's not how it works. I get paid before I leave, or I think I get paid when I get there. That's usually how this guy works things out. But so yeah, it's definitely a good paying job. I mean, I couldn't make this kind of money doing anything else, and that's the truth. Not even YouTube. Well, that's probably not true, because some of these guys on YouTube are making a hell of a living. But I couldn't go work at a factory. I couldn't go work doing anything else making this kind of money. No, this is a good paying job. So that's why grabbing as many jobs as I possibly, even if they're little jobs, and I would consider this kind of a little job, like a medium job. Maybe it's like only a couple hours of filming. I've done jobs where I filmed all day long, but that made me a nice chunk of money too. But yeah, it's a pretty good gig I've gotten into, a really good gig I've gotten into, and just it's all because for the love of the camera, for the love of shooting videos, for the love of the creative aspect of making videos. I fell into this job, and it's being very good to me. It's being very good to me, which is great. I'm happy. But, well, it is very good to me when the jobs come in. Sometimes the jobs aren't there. Sometimes, like, we just got out of a very slow season you know, around Christmas time and getting out of a slow season. And now that the warm weather's coming and spring's coming, we'll be very busy. Be very busy. I'll be very busy again. I already know. I know there's, you know, and then that doesn't even include the videography part is great. The videography part pays well, and then, you know, even the web design, graphic design, all that stuff that I'm doing pays well also. So I'm not bragging. I'm happy because there was a time where I didn't have a job. Life was a struggle. Keeping a job was a struggle. And I hated working for other people. I hated it. So I tried starting businesses, and businesses did well. And then, you know, it just, economy, and I guess you could blame it on a lot of things. I couldn't hold them together. And so I'd help people start businesses and trying to partner up with somebody and having different ideas, and they were already business people thinking, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just rambling, Steve. Stop rambling. So I'm just saying, life was at one point I didn't know I could accomplish the things I can accomplish now. I didn't believe in me very much, and I didn't have a whole lot of self-esteem, and nowadays, and there's a lot of things that made that thought process in me change. For one, I really stopped, and I talked about this in Cancun, I think. I really stopped giving a crap what people said. I was afraid to do things. I was afraid to do certain things. I was afraid to do things that I loved. I was afraid to bust out a camera in public and talk to it. Or I was afraid to pursue YouTube because there were so many big YouTubers. I was afraid to do a lot of things, and I was afraid of because I know there's the internet trolls that will troll your YouTube channel and say terrible things about you, and I was afraid of that. And I was afraid of a lot of things. I was afraid of just adventuring out and trying something. I was afraid of having an idea because I thought somebody would think my idea was stupid. I didn't think I was smart enough. I didn't think I had the abilities or that anybody would want to work with me on anything. Finally, I got to the point it was like, you know what? I've got great ideas, and I've got skills and talents, and I'm artistic, and there's things that I can offer this world that somebody out there is going to appreciate. Once I got that attitude, once I realized that, hey, I can offer somebody good ideas, I can offer somebody intelligence, and I'm not stupid, and once I got that into my brain and stopped caring about what the haters wanted to say to try to bring me down, I started becoming successful. I started getting jobs. I started meeting people. I started sharing ideas and realizing that people don't think I'm stupid. And the reason my low self-esteem is because, you know, there's been people in my life in my past that told me I wouldn't amount to anything and tried to hold me down and tried to make me afraid. And I'm not just solely blaming them, but that was part of the problem. And once I realized that those people don't have a place in my life, and that the people who look at me as, hey, you got great ideas, you're intelligent, you know, and try to lift me up and be a human being to me, those are the people I need in my life. Anyway, guys, I am home, and I'm going to go inside. I'm going to pack up my gear. I'm going to charge up my batteries. I'm going to get ready for this trip to Chicago, and I will see you guys in the next clip. YouTube. It's about time to head out to Chicago. I'm dropping this kid off at his fifth. So we'll see you about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. You have a good evening.
Okay.
Do you get all your homework done?
Okay.
Be good.
Okay.
No parties.
No promises.
Oh man. We can't go now.
No.
She's gonna party.
She'll have to go with us.
Yep.
Me and my sister are gonna party hard.
That's not.
Alright guys, we're gonna drop her off. I will see you.
In the next clip.
Dun, dun, dun. John Cena.
And when it comes to baseball, we have two favorite clubs. The Go White Sox.
Or to YouTube. I cannot hear. That was very loud in there. So there you have it. That was the band, the Jerkies, that I was working for. I'm sorry, I'm trying to help my wife back out. There's taxis lined up all the way around the corner, picking people up from 115th Street, 115th Bourbon Street. I really cannot hear very good.
Yeah, we're deaf.
Yeah, we are deaf. My wife was literally sitting almost behind the stage at a table. She had a table all to herself. Little princess.
Quite interesting.
Sitting at the table all to herself, looking fabulous and beautiful as always.
Some guy told me my hair smelled pretty.
Oh, what the fuck? Are you serious? How do you know your hair smelled pretty?
He came over and he said, I need to stop being bored. I said, I'm not bored, I'm just fine. And he's like, well, your hair smells pretty.
Man, I'm up there working and you're getting flirted with.
Oh yeah, and the females weren't dancing right in front of you either, were they?
I wasn't getting flirted with.
Mm-hmm.
You were getting flirted with.
No, I wasn't.
Damn it. I'm up on stage trying to work and she's getting flirted with.
No, I wasn't.
Pissed about it now. Go back. I'm like, what? Who was he?
I don't know who it was.
Was he bigger than me?
No.
Go back. I'm kicking his ass.
No, I'm not going nowhere.
Anyway,
I gotta get past 4 lanes of traffic.
I'm just kidding, wife. That was it. That was the whole concert jam session. I got some killer footage. The only I did run into one technical problem there. Their soundboard in this Bourbon Street sports bar, and I know you guys can't see me very good. was so freaking old that I could not hook my digital audio recorder up to it. So audio is going to be fun to freaking deal with. This edit is going to be ridiculous to sort out this freaking audio. I was so stressed out. I was pissed. I was stressed. I was pissed because I couldn't hook into their soundboard. I was like, how am I? I was mad. When I first got there, I was just angry. Then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. My keys are gone forever. They're in the car seat abyss. I was stressing out. Mike came up to me. He was like, listen, he was like, can you get on the soundboard? I said, no, it's too old. He's like, listen, man, whatever happens, happens. I know you'll do a good job regardless of audio. So then I was like, screw it. And I just started setting up cameras and going to work. And I worked my ass off. I worked up a sweat, guys. And I'm not patting myself on the back, but that is harder work than you would think. Do you think, wife?
I wouldn't want to do it.
It is harder work than you would think, being up on stage recording these guys, trying to stay out of their way for one so they can put on a show for people, but also trying to get that great footage so you can give them a good product. And that's it's hard. It's not easy, and you're under the lights and you're sweating, and I know these guys are busting their ass too, and playing in a band is not easy either, and doing what they do is incredible. And these guys haven't played together. Mike stopped me, the lead singer. He and I work together. He runs mega events. He hires me for a lot of videography jobs. I'm basically his videographer, pretty much. I'm his video go-to guy. When he needs a video guy, he calls me. So we know each other, and we're becoming friends. And he came up to me afterwards. He's like, man, he goes, I haven't played with these guys in a year. We just show up and play. And you couldn't tell, absolutely could not tell that they haven't played together in a year. They sounded amazing. They sounded amazing. I know the audio for these videos are going to be rough. I know probably the footage that I just showed you, hopefully the audio is not too bad. I tried. I did my best with what I had. I did not realize their soundboard was I think it was an antique.
It'll be good. He wants the length of clips he wants will be fine.
We'll make it happen. Alrighty, guys, we're heading home. This vlog is going to be late. We ran late at work. It's just now 8 o'clock, so we got 9:30. We'll be home. Then I got to stay up and edit this video and get it up for tomorrow. And then we got a snowstorm moving in, guys. We got a snowstorm coming in tonight, and it's not snowing now. Thank goodness. It's 34 degrees
And cold.
It doesn't seem like it's going to snow. It's
cold.
It is cold, but it doesn't seem like. You know, like, I don't know how you'd tell, but I'm starving. Are you starving?
I'm just thirsty, but we only got big bills. We can't stop at a gas station.
Oh yeah, I did get paid, guys. I got paid. This is and in cash, so look, I got hundos.
Yeah, but nothing will take right now this time of night.
I'm not bragging. It's just funny because that's how I get paid usually, is in big bills, and it's like, damn it, how am I supposed to do anything with that? I really could drink the hell. Oh, I still got some Monster left, a little bit. She lost hers. Yeah. we was going into the venue, and the guy's like, you got to throw that away. And it's like, what? That's a Monster. Are you crazy? I should have fought him. I mean, I should have just.
You should have. You should go back and you should fight him for wasting my money.
Oh, not fight the guy who was sniffing your hair, the freak.
Not fight that one.
Don't fight the guy sniffing her hair. Fight the guy that's made her throw away her Monster.
Yeah, because that meant more.
Turn right, then take ramp left.
Woman, you better straighten it up.
He was playing the buckets.
That dude was in the middle of the road playing a bucket with drumsticks. He's jamming on a bucket. I'm not sure if it was a bet, if he's trying to earn some money.
Probably trying to earn some money, but you gotta hurry up. I gotta shut the light off.
Can you friggin' turn the heat off before I melt?
No,
I've been sweating my titties off all night.
Shut your mouth.
My man tits are gone now.
I'm gonna shut your light off.
Alright, guys, I gotta go. She's gotta shut the light off because we're on the road heading back home. Thank you guys for coming to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the daily or the weekend vlog. It was a great night tonight, and there's so much more I want to talk about. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna end the vlog yet because maybe I want to talk a little more when I get home.
Okay.
I don't. I'm just gonna end the vlog. It's gonna be too long anyway. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching. I had a great night. My voice is almost gone. I'm hungry and thirsty. And anyway, see you in my next video. Bye. Say bye, wife.
Goodbye.
Don't ever get flirted with again, or there'll be hell to pay. Got it?
Get flirted with.
See you in the next clip, guys, or the next video. See ya when I see ya.